manager and the admin that I will not be able to come to work. So if I did not go to work on that Saturday, on that 31st Saturday, and I still did not go to work on next week, the following Saturday, it will be as if I intentionally want to be missing work every Saturday. You people see like that. So because of that, I went to work. And since I was a little bit fine and I've taken, since I took paracetamol and I was fine, when I got, I just told the admin that I will need an evidence to prove that this is the reason why I will not be coming to work. Or if I get to work late, I guess I will just show the admin the reason why I will not, I came to work late. So when I got to work, I was looking at time that, oh, I should get to work before 9:30. But eventually when I got to work, I got to work 9:39, 9 minutes late. So I acted insensitive in this way. When I got to work, I came down from bike. Immediately I entered the security office I clocked in. So while clocking in, the security saw me. I swear to God, who made me? I was not thinking straight because I was in defensive mode. And I was very, very angry at what he asked me. Because I feel like you cannot be asking me what you are not supposed to ask me. The question that he was supposed to ask me was not the question that he was supposed to ask me. Abi, let me come again. When I came down from bike, I clocked in. So immediately I clocked in. As I was about writing my name, he stood up. Immediately he saw me. He was like, "Hey, now this guy." He's just like, since we be saying that the guy way Oga say they should give query to. So immediately he saw me, was like, "Hey." So he was not like, he stood up and he was like, "Hey, Solomon, why did you come late? Can you come? You cannot write your name." And while saying this, I was already writing my name. So I told him that if I did not write my name now, though I wasn't saying it with calm voice, I was like raising my voice to the world. He was also raising his voice like, "Guy, he was raising his voice." And I was so out of anger. I was saying some things like, I told him, I said, "It is insensitive for you to be asking me why I came late, because it is not your duty and your job to ask me why I am late." So while saying this, I stepped in. Like from the security office, I stepped in. I crossed the door inside. So when I stepped in, it was not like, "No, Solomon, you cannot enter. Come back outside." Can you come? As I was saying that, I did not go back outside. Instead, I stood there and I was having conversation with him like, it is unintelligent for you to be asking me questions that you're not supposed to ask me. You are supposed to either stop me, report me to the management that I am late, which what was asking me, I cannot tell him because it's kind of personal to me. But the mistake I made was, since I know that I was late, I should have just stayed at the gate, wait for whatever he wants to say. Then maybe after a while, I will just request from him to help me seek for my manager. Or I can just use the intercom at the security office to call my manager and tell him that, "Sir, I'm at the gate." And maybe from there, he would have asked me that, "Sir, Solomon, what happened? Why did you come late?" But I did not call my manager when I got to it. Those are where I know that I messed up. I did not call my manager through the intercom when I got there. It was when it turned to noise that somebody helped me and call my manager that I should speak with my manager through the intercom. So when I got to, when we were having this back and forth, one admin officer walked up to me and said, "Solomon, what happened?" I explained my own part. She explained, she explained to me that the reason why the security is doing this is because they've been given order that anybody that comes late, they should not enter. And I said, that is what he should have told me. And he shouldn't, if Adibin has told me this, I would have just wait outside. But he didn't tell me anything like that. So after this thing, the production manager, I didn't know that he was even at work, because that day was supposed to be my production manager's off day at work. That day was supposed to be his work off day at work. Like, he was not supposed to come to work on that Saturday. So because of that, I didn't even know that he was upstairs. So he now came out through his office. He looked down and he was like, "Solomon, what's happened? Why are you having issue with the security?" And I told him that, "Sir, what I am supposed to explain to you is what he's asking me. He's supposed to stop me from coming inside. But instead, he was asking me why I came late. And he doesn't have the right to know the reason why I was late." So I was also expecting that my production manager would say, "Okay, why did you come late?" Then I will now tell him that, "Sir, can I come to your office and show you proof why I was late?" Because people were gathered and I don't want to be bringing out my medical report or be telling him in the presence of people that, "Sir, I'm coming from the hospital. I was diagnosed with malaria and typhoid." So I don't want to be telling him like that. So I just told him that, "Sir, what the security said, this is what the security said, and this is what he's supposed to say." So my production manager now said, "There's nothing he can do about it, that I should just go back home." So he told the security that he should not allow me to enter. And mind you, don't forget that this same manager is also the Ogas that I said, when the security stop cash workers for coming in when they are late, some Ogas at the top. So you get some Ogas at the top, we still tell the security to allow those people to enter. So the same manager now, I did not expect him to even help me. So I felt disappointed. Like, even at least he should have asked me that, "Oh yeah, why did you come late?" But mind you, I also should have just let him know that, "Sir," because they know that I'm sick doesn't mean that they will laugh me. You get, every time they always sick. You get, that's what they will say. So I should have also tell my manager there that, "Sir, it's not what you are thinking of. I'm coming from the hospital." Maybe that would have changed his mind a little bit if I had shown him the medical report that, "See, I'm coming from the hospital." But I was also insensitive to do that. So when I was angry and I left, I went back home. So when I got home, I was not thinking straight. When I got home, I now posted how everything happened on the platform again, narrating how Prof unfairly treated the issue, and how why he did not even ask me why I came late. So on on Monday now, you know, and I got a query. And again, the medical report that was given to me was not my own. The medical report that was given to me was another person's medical report, and it was also my fault because I was rushing the admin in the hospital that please, I need this medical report so that I can start going. And he was like, okay, no problem. My name is Adebayo Solomon Babatunde. The person's medical report that was given to me was Taiwo Babatunde. So because we bear the same last name, Babatunde, he mixed it and gave me his own. So when and out of anger, I feel like I've been cheated on. They didn't even want to know why I came late, and they made that decision. So I did not even go through the medical report. I just snapped it like that, and I made the report and I submitted it on the public platform. So after I submitted it around maybe 6 or 5. So around maybe 9 o'clock, a colleague from work now reached out to me and said, Solomon, Alpha, check that way you post on the platform because that medical report is not your own. The date of birth on the medical report is saying 44 years old, and the name of the person is Taiwo Babatunde, and you're not Taiwo Babatunde. Immediately I went and checked, and I saw that, oh, not true. And I told immediately I messaged the hospital. I'm going to be attaching evidence. I will try and attach evidence. I messaged the hospital. I said, you give me fake medical, you give me another person's medical report. What thing happen? Why this can't happen? And the person was like, please hold on. I was going to check the issue. So after a while, the person now still sent me the same medical report that I complained that is not my own. He now sent me again. The same Taiwo Babatunde again. So when I saw it, I was like, the same mistake again. Why? What thing happened? And in the medical report, according to the way the person interpreted it to me, because when my project manager told me to go back home, I went back to the hospital, and that was when I met with the doctor, and the doctor said, I have malaria and I have high BP, high blood pressure. So, and I did not have high blood pressure. I only have malaria, and I don't know how they read the wider test, but they saw malaria disease in my blood. So my blood pressure was normal on my own medical report. So when I now chatted with the hospital, the doctor when I now said that you sent me wrong medical report, so the hospital now said I should hold on. The person now said he's even confused now that I should hold on. That he's going to check again. So after a while, they now sent me my own real medical report. So when my own real medical report was sent to me, I now forwarded it to the admin. I didn't forward it to the platform because the admin has already dropped a message that this platform should not be used for issue between one department and the other department, that it should be used when you have idea on how to grow the company. So because of that, I didn't bother to forward my own medical report again to the group. So instead, I forwarded it to So when I forwarded on Monday, they now queried me. They said I should explain the reason why I was, disrespecting the security, why I challenged his authority, and also I should explain the reason why I entered when he told me not to enter, which I did not lie in my query. I said I entered truly, but I had already entered before he told me not to enter. So I shall ask for forgiveness. I said, yes, I said some words that I'm not supposed to say to him, like using the word unintelligent, that it is unintelligent for a security to be asking me why I came late, instead of him to stop me and told me that I cannot enter, that I'm late. He was busy asking me why I came late, and I said some words that it is unintelligent, which I'm not supposed to say. So that was what I wrote. So, and after then, my query, after maybe 1 or 2 days, my query was they now responded to my query. They said they've gone through that it is due to misconduct that I have to go on a 1 week suspension, and on the day of my resumption, or before the day of my resumption, that I should write an apology letter to the management, promising that I will never do such a thing again. I will never misbehave again. I will follow the rules of the company. So after seeing this, I felt cheated on 1 week, because first they did not consider that, if let's say that, because that day they told me that before, when I submitted my report, admin told me that I should go to the hospital and go and collect doctor's reports, not doctor's medical checkup, that I should go and collect doctor's report that truly I came to the hospital and they diagnosed me for what I showed them that they diagnosed me for. So I went to the hospital, I got the doctor's report. In fact, the nurse was even asking me that I can even take a sick leave, that they are going to approve, they are going to write. I said no, that I just want to give them evidence like that I came to the hospital. So they now created they shall stamp it with the hospital, with their hospital stamp, and they gave it to me that I should take it to work. So I gave it to admin, which has also proven that truly I was not feeling fine and I was sick. So when I was given 1 week suspension, I felt that they did not consider that, okay, this guy was not feeling fine with all the evidence that I proved truly, and they didn't even see that, okay, this same person has ever come late throughout this year for no reason. So why is it that? And this same person is the only person that even complained about coming late. So why will he now intentionally come late? Because why will he now intentionally come late? So all these things, they didn't put it in consideration. So I felt like they should have put it into consideration and So because of that, I feel like even they could have called me one on one and